show you how to create a search and rescue mission with Mission Hub. First of all, we launch the Mission Hub app. We click on create a mission, and we're going to zoom into your mission area. In this case, we want to create a mission that occurs just south of Key West. So we're going to zoom into that area. First step is creating a mission title. In this case, I'm going to do SAR Key West. Description is optional, author is optional. Mission type, you want to select search and rescue, and allowed aircraft type, you want to select, in this case, helicopter, but you could also do search and rescue missions with a fixed wing aircraft as long as it's a VTOL aircraft. Okay, so we select helicopter. On briefing, you want to select difficulty. In this case, we're going to do an easy mission. This is just for reference. This is not, that doesn't really affect the mission in any way. Estimated duration, this is also for reference. You can do 30 minutes, let's say. Briefing text, this is optional. Date and time, we want to do live date and time, but you can select anything you want. And environment, in this case, we want to do it in Broken Clouds, but it's up to you as well. You can check if you want multiplayer traffic. We do want multiplayer traffic in this mission. Online traffic as well, air traffic, and yeah, this is up to you as well. Okay, so now once you have entered the basic details of the mission, we can start adding objects. In this case, the first object that you generally want to add is a spawn object. So this is your spawn location at the beginning of the mission. This is non-mandatory. You can essentially just create a mission that starts whenever you are right now in the sim. But since we want to fly this mission and probably share it, you want to add a spawn location. So scenario spawn, you click on the object to configure its properties. So in this case, this is going to be a runway spawn, meaning that the aircraft is going to be ready to fly. You could also do a shutdown spawn, which is a cold and dark start. So in this case, runway orientation is going to be 0, so pointing north. As you can see, the arrow shows you the direction of the object. Altitude is going to be 0, so on the ground, and speed is 0. Okay, so that's your spawn position. Now we want to add a search and rescue object. So to add a search and rescue object, you first of all add an object, activity, search and rescue. To add an object, you just click on the map, by the way. Okay, and we want to configure this search and rescue object. So we want this object to be active on start, meaning that as soon as the mission starts, this object is going to be active. Rescue scene, we are going to do the fishing ship, but you can select any of this, and there's gonna be more objects coming in the future. Spawn radius. So this is in meters, and it's the radius in which the mission can spawn. So this is essentially what's going to happen. The search and rescue object is going to spawn anywhere within that radius. It's going to be random, and it's going to be different every time you start the mission. So we want to increase this so it's a bit more random. Let's do 20,000. So if we do 20,000, we have a problem, which is part of that radius is land. So you have to be careful because there's a possibility that the fishing ship spawns within the land area, not only in the ocean. So we want to reduce that possibility by just reducing the spawn radius to probably, yeah, 10,000. So 10,000 meters, anywhere within this radius, the object is going to spawn. Show direction, this is going to show you bearing and distance to the object. You can select it, enable or disable depending on the difficulty. Since this is an easy and simple mission, we want to have it on. And show flare, this is smoke flare, that is also going to show you direction to the object. So in this case, we want this option to be enabled. Alrighty, so we have your mission activity already in place. There's a couple more things we want to add to this mission to make it a bit more dynamic. So we want to have triggers for when the mission is successful or not. And we want to essentially, after hoisting the people from the ship, we want to return to land. So first of all, let's add a mission complete object. So end mission object. And as you can see, this object has two parameters. It has mission successful and mission failed. and a single mission message. So this message is going to be whatever message you want to have. So in this case, let's say mission complete. And we generally want to have two different objects. So this object is going to be your mission successful condition, and this is your mission successful message. And you probably want to have a different message for mission failed. So we create a new one. We can change the name of the object to end mission failed. And in this case, the message would be you didn't, whoop, sorry, didn't finish on time. Okay, so this is your mission failed object and message. Okay, and finally, we want to have a return to base sort of condition. So for that, we are going to create a trigger, a landing trigger. And again, the properties on this one. So we don't want this landing trigger to be active on start. We want to activate it after we have hoisted someone. So active on start is going to be disabled, fire once, meaning it's only going to activate once. We want to have that enabled. And the radius, we're going to increase it to, let's say, 2000, maybe a little too large, let's do 1000. So anywhere within this area and anywhere within the airport, if you land, it's going to be a mission success. Okay, so now we have to connect all of this. We have all of the components laid out. We want to connect the components in a way that it's logical for the mission to execute. So aircraft spawns, that's your first, and you can organize it here, so it's a bit easier to understand. So aircraft spawns, that's your first thing that happens. Then you go and fly to a search and rescue. So you fly from here, spawn finish, you connect it to here, you activate it. This is active on start anyways, so this is just a connection, so it's visual for you to know roughly the flow of things. Once we have, and you can see here is it's activated as soon as it spawns. So once you have completed the hoist, we can go back to the airport. So we create a link to activate the landing trigger. So if you click here, this is active as soon as it spawns. And as soon as hoist is completed, the landing trigger is activated. And once we have landed, we want to activate the mission success. Okay, so mission successful is going to activate as soon as we land on the airport. Now we need a condition to fail this mission. So in this case, you can create, let's say, if you go beyond an area or if you take too long, this is going to fail. So in this case, we want to do just a timer. So trigger, timer trigger. Let's say this is active on start, so it's always active. And this is trigger time in seconds. So let's say we want to do 20 minutes. So that 20 minutes in seconds is 1,200 seconds. And this is going to show on screen. This is going to show on the top right corner of your screen. If you want this to be disabled, you can also keep it disabled. And timer title, we can do hurry up. Ship is sinking. Okay, so that's your timer. This timer is going to be active. Landing trigger, no, sorry. From the spawn, we activate this one. Again, this is active on start anyways. This is just so we have roughly a flow of things. So as soon as the timer trigger is activated, if the time is elapsed, we want to fail the mission. Okay? But what happens if we pick or hoist the patient before the timer is done? We want to disable the timer. So if hoist is completed, we deactivate the timer. Okay? So this is a rather simple mission. We spawn, take off, hoist someone, and then as soon as we hoist it, the timer is disabled. We have 20 minutes to hoist it. If we take more than 20 minutes, mission is failed. If we take less, then we deactivate the timer, fly to the airport, we land on the airport, and mission success. Okay? So now that we have the simple mission laid out, we can save and play. We just create a file name for this mission. Let's say SAR Key West, save. We just wait a few minutes for the sim to reload. This is loading all of the mission assets. This is loading all of the logic. So it's very important for the sim to reload. And here we are in Key West. The weather is cloudy as expected. We have 20 minutes to fly to the rescue target, which is 3.59 nautical miles, 162 degrees. This is going to change on every mission because it's random within that area. We currently don't have any information here. We don't have any briefing, but we know the estimated duration is 30 minutes, easy and search and rescue. We can hide this, we can show this. Okay, and this is how you create your mission. Of course, you can add more complexity, you can add different objects, you can add objectives to your mission. So, all of these objects are going to be covered in different and separate videos. But this is the basis of any search and rescue mission.